Welcome back, guys. Now, today we're going to learn about the design panel. Now that we have covered our header and we've covered what access is and we've got our machine set up, let's jump in here to the meat of design space. This gray bar here to the left under the header and under the menu is called your design panel. In that, you can click on new at any time, and that's going to take you to a new project no matter what you're on. Let me just show you what that does. Just going to click customize here. So I'm working on this and I finished it. I've already cut it. I saved it. I don't have an asterisk up there. I'm going to a new project. All I have to do is click new. Now, if I had done something, let me just bring that back in. If I had done something and not saved and I click new, you're going to see this orange banner, this caution banner, and it's going to tell you that a project already exists on the canvas because we did something to this project and we didn't save it. So I have the choice of saving it, and all I did was move it, so I probably wouldn't save it, or I can cancel and go back and save it, or make adjustments to it, whatever I wanted to do, or I can simply hit replace. So I'm just going to replace and it will take me to a new canvas. Keep in mind, if you made changes to your other project that was on the canvas and you did not save it, then you will lose those changes. Next, we have templates. Templates do not follow your design, and what I mean by that is you can use templates to help you set up your design, and then you can save and close, and when you open it back up, the template will be gone. Okay, the design will be there, but your template will be gone, and I'm going to show you really quickly. We're just going to grab this shirt, baseball t-shirt, and you can see that the template is in there. And at the top, templates are for reference only and will not be saved with your project. Okay, so what you're going to want to do, and I'll show you quickly what I do. The first thing you're going to do, this is a men's 3/4 sleeve. If it's a women's or a kid's, you can pick the one that you want. Then you can pick the size, small, medium, large, extra large, or you can make a custom size, and then you can change the width and the height here. And notice how our canvas numbers changed. These are still inches, but it's squashed it down so that you can see it on the canvas. You can also zoom here, down here at the bottom. This is always there in your canvas. You can plus or minus to zoom that. Now 66 inches seems awfully wide. When you're working with templates, you have to remember that is the measurement of the front of the shirt and the measurement with the back of the shirt, and they're added together. Okay, so if your shirt is 14 inches wide, you're going to want to make this 28. This is counting the sleeves. As you can see, this one is coming right to about 30 inches, 28 inches. So they're counting a lot of that in there. I don't know why it says 66. I guess because it's clearly only going to 60. It's not even going to 64 here. Maybe this is off. But anyway, you want to size that down. So if you knew what size it was and you wanted it to be 50 inches or 46 inches, you can go in and you can change that. Now notice that the height of the shirt changed when I changed this. Okay, if I put it 45, then it changes. If you want the height to stay the same, you need to unlock it so that it doesn't stay proportioned. That will skew it probably, but we're going to try it. We're going to make that 30. And you can see that it skewed that image, made it really long and narrow. So make sure that you put your correct measurements in there before you get started. And I know that it's kind of hard to see, but I think you can click on color right here. If you click down here at the bottom right, baseball shirts, you can click the color, and then you can come in and you can put a color back there so that you can see it, and it will pop out for you. Again, they are not going to be saved. Then you can insert your image, and I'm just going to grab an image. I'm just going to go to featured, and we're just going to grab, let's grab this Cricut Create, and we're going to insert it. So how do I know how big to make that, right? Right now it's set at 1.974 inches. So I can stretch that by using the handle. These are handles. Can stretch it, and that's going to be a little bit too big. It's going to hang off the sides of the shirt under the arms, and we don't want that. So you can come in here and bring it and size it, and that's what templates do for you. It helps you get a visual for what size to make your image. And if you're going to do one for the back or do something different for the back, then you have that there as well. So now I'm just going to hit save now that I've got everything sized like I want it, and I'm going to call this my shirt. Okay, and save it. It's going to tell me my project is saved in the blue bar. I'm going to click on the blue bar. Now let's go to my projects, and you can see there's my create, my shirt, and it tells me what I used right here for an image, and I'm going to customize it. And now there it is, but my shirt is gone. So how do you know what shirt you made this for and it's 8.25 inches big? How do you know? How do you remember? What you need to do when you're working with templates and you bring those in, because they are reference only, and we're going to do that for a women's, and we're just going to come in here and we're going to size this up. The first thing that I want to do with my template, once you click off of it, you're done. There we go. Right here, I'm going to change it to a women 3/4 sleeve. So I'm going to write that down. If I want to do it in a custom size, and I know that I want it to be 40 inches across, that's front and back, so it's 20 inches for the front, 20 inches for the back, and I've got it all sized. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. I've made my notes, I've written them down, and I'm going to click on my title. I'm going to edit my project details, and I'm going to type in my template size, baseball shirt, women's, or it was a 3/4 sleeve, women's, 40-inch across front and back. And now I'm going to save that. So when I save my project and then I come back later to my project, I can come in here and customize, and oops, I got no template. What was that for? I remember that I used the template. I don't remember the shirt. I can click on the size, the title, and then I can come right here, and in my description, I have a note of what size my template was. So that's just an easy way to remember and how to use your templates. And that's going to be with any template that you use, no matter if you use it for a cup, a candle. You can go in there and say that you sized it for a 9-inch candle, or the bowl, the diameter of the bowl. You can go in and you can put all of that information in there in your description when you save it. Okay. Next in the design panel we have projects, and I'm just going to go to a new project so I can get rid of that. I'm going to replace it. We're going to go to projects. That opens up all of your Make It Now projects. If you need a quick card and you don't want to have to sit down and design, or you need a quick project to do, this is where you want to be. Okay, so you can search through all categories. There's your search right here. You can search by card just by typing card and all categories. If you know that it was something you saw in the Cricut community, you can click Cricut community and you can come in here and go card. What about a tray? Got some trays in here with some things on it if you wanted that. What are some other things that were in here? Organizer, tool organizer, that's what I was going to look up. So let's look up organizer. And these are projects that the Cricut community, people like yourself, have made. And so there's all sorts of tool organizers in here. So there's many ways to search if you want to search all categories. And here's several things here. And there are access images, all of your Make It Nows. Let's see. What if we wanted to see if Anna Griffin has some organization things. Her butterfly box, her tags, and even a pencil case. So tons of things that you can do and Make It Now, and you're simply going to select it. Notice there's no customize button on this that can't be customized, so you hit Make It. If you can customize it, it will be there, and now it's ready to cut out. That one should not be that way. There should be a customize on it. Not sure why. Because that should be on top of that. Oh no, it's two different colors. I see it now. If I can get my photo back. Can get my photo back on that one. It was a white layer and a pink layer. So that's why it was on two different mats. So tons of things you can do. It will give you when you click on something, it will give you everything that's needed. Your finished size, your materials, what you're going to need, how to prep for it, what to cut, how to assemble it, and then you've got more help videos, and then all of the images. Now, what if you wanted to use this image for another file? You can do that too, simply by clicking on that hashtag number. It's going to bring it up. You can click on the information eye. When you search for a hashtag number, you do need that hashtag in there. And I'm just going to go back to images. Let me clear. So if I wanted to search for that particular image that was in another file, put that hashtag in there, and boom, it's going to come up. So you have tons of things you can do. Even the Make It Nows have their numbers. So let's go back. Right here, you can favorite them by clicking on the star. So if you're looking through here and you say, hey, I want to make that later. I don't have time to make it today, but I do want to make it later. You can put a star on that, and then it's going to come up in your favorites. Okay? Right here. So if you've got anything favorited, and you can see I just favorited that, there it is. Boom, got it, ready. Everything that you want to make and you just don't have time to make now, it's going to be there. Super easy and simple. Next in the design panel is images, and we covered this just a few minutes ago with Cricut Access. So we're not going to go into a whole lot of detail here. Again, you're just going to search all of your images just like you did in Access, and then you're going to be able to pull those images into your design just by inserting image. Okay? Super easy and simple. Whatever image that you search for, it's going to go in there. If I wanted C is for cat, and now I want a cat, I can come over here and search cat. Find a cat that I like and insert that. And now I have my C and my cat, and I can size it and get ready to cut and do whatever I want. So that's where you're going to search for your projects already complete and your images. Next we have text, and I'm just going to get rid of this so there's no confusion. When you click on text, you see a text box appear. You need to type in, I'm going to do create, and now I have my text, and that's all that does nothing more. There are other steps, and we're going to cover those when we get into the edit bar, but that is how you insert text into your design. Doesn't matter what text you want to use, what font you want to use, all of your text that you're going to do has to be entered into a text box by clicking on the design panel text. Okay? That's all that does. Next, you have shapes. No matter what you want to create, there are shapes in here to help you do that, and your score line. So a lot of people say, how do I get a score line? Your score line is in basic shape. If you do not have access, don't want access, you don't want to upload, you can just about create anything you want once you learn Design Space from these basic shapes, and they are always free. All you have to do to insert them is to click on it and insert them. Okay, super simple and super easy. Next, you have your upload. Now, we're going to talk about uploads later. Right now, we are just going to, I'm going to clear this off. This is where your upload. This is where you're going to go to upload. This is where you're going to upload an image. This is where you're going to upload a pattern. We are going to do completely different segments on uploading, so we will come back to that, but that is the button. You have to go there in order to upload any image, any font, or I'm sorry, not any font, any image or any pattern. So fonts are not installed there. Don't try to install fonts there. If you have a font that is a PNG or an SVG, then you will upload it there. But if your font is an actual font, it will be an OTF or a TTF file, and it does not upload there, and we're going to show you that later as well. All right, and I did show you guys down here your zoom so that you can zoom in and out on your canvas. If you need something to make it really big so you can see it, you can do that right down here in this little area down at the bottom left corner. All right, and that's going to conclude the design panel. How easy was that? Again, you're not going to remember everything, but you will be familiar where things are at by watching the videos. Please give a thumbs up, a like. I'm going to get me a refreshing cup of coffee, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about that edit panel.